The War Powers Resolution. Before we talk about the actual resolution itself, it is important to know what has caused such a resolution to be passed. So, during the Cold War, United States has found itself in several conflicts without any kind of formal declaration of war from Congress. Such was the case in the Korean War and then later in the Vietnam War, in which Congress passed the Gulf of Tonkin Resolution to give powers to the president to use military force in Southeast Asia. Then President Nixon got into trouble in Cambodia because he authorized the bombings of Cambodia without ever notifying Congress. As a result, Congress decided that the president has too much power over the troops and needs some regulation. So, in 1973, a resolution was created to check the power of the president to wage war. Nixon vetoed it when it came to his desk, but the veto was overturned by a two-thirds majority in Congress. The War Powers Resolution is based on the president's power as commander-in-chief. Congress has decided to turn over some of its war powers to the president so he can make faster decisions, but also check those powers to make sure he is not too powerful. The resolution allows the president to send troops into action in case of a declaration of war by Congress, which has not happened in a while. It also allows the president to enforce legislation on behalf of the United States, giving him statutory authorization. And most importantly, the president can deploy troops in case of a national emergency because the Congress may take forever to agree upon a way of action while the president can make much quicker decisions. Once the president has deployed armed forces, he has 48 hours to notify Congress about his actions. The troops can stay in action for 60 days and they can take a further 30 days to withdraw, unless Congress has either declared war or extended the deadline by which troops have to withdraw. The War Powers Resolution has never officially been used. In the modern day, it would be very hard for the president to commit troops to a large conflict without Congress finding out about it. However, Clinton was accused of violating the resolution by bombing Kosovo in 1999 for longer than 60 days. He argued that since Congress has approved a spending bill for the conflict, it has therefore approved of the U.S. Armed Forces actions. Also, recently Obama has been accused of a similar violation in Libya when U.S. troops stayed there for longer than 60 days. However, since the U.S. was not technically leading the operation, the president was out of trouble. So while the War Powers Resolution was meant to be a check to the president's war powers, it has been instead used as justification to get into temporary conflicts without seeking the declaration of war or any other approval from Congress.